It's very common. You watch 1, 2, 3 motivational videos about finances and even personal organization videos. A lot of information and learning comes in, but nothing is put into practice. The problem isn't a lack of information. It's a lack of action. Time passes, the videos change, and you remain stuck in the same place. In this video, we'll cover 6 decisions you need to make in 2026 to stop being poor. But if you keep watching on autopilot, this may just be another wasted year. First decision, invest in yourself. Before thinking about financial investments, assets, or businesses, there is one asset that must come first, yourself. After all, you are the foundation of everything. Without growing income, consistency, and a long-term vision, any financial strategy becomes limited. Many people make the mistake of trying to invest before strengthening their main source of resources, their own work. Books, courses, mentorships, and constant updating are not expenses. They are investments with high return potential. By developing new skills and deepening your knowledge, you increase your value in the market and, consequently, your ability to generate income. The more money that comes in, the easier it becomes to organize your finances, save, invest, and take calculated risks. It's much easier to make money work for you when your base income is solid and growing. Without that, any attempt to scale financially turns into an exhausting and frustrating effort. Investing in yourself also means staying aware of market changes, new technologies, and the opportunities that constantly arise. Those who learn more adapt better, and those who adapt better remain relevant and well paid. In financial education, this first decision is strategic. Before multiplying money, multiply your ability to generate it. By doing so, you build a strong foundation that supports all other financial decisions, creating a safer, more conscious, and sustainable path toward financial freedom. Second decision, cut habits that drain your future. It's simple math. The more I spend, the less I have. This is the main villain for people who buy on impulse, but it's essential regardless of your income level. Imagine you earn $3,000 a month, but due to compulsive spending, you spend 90% of it, leaving only $300 at the end of the month. Meanwhile, someone earning just $1,500 a month manages to save 40% of their income, ending the month with $600 left. It's just an example, but the point is clear. There's no point in earning well if you spend more than you accumulate. Therefore, cut expenses that aren't essential. Third decision, make money work for you. One of the biggest mistakes in financial life is believing that income only comes from direct and continuous effort. From an early age, many people are taught that the natural path is simple: study, work long hours, and trade time for money. The problem is that this logic creates an invisible ceiling. You only earn while you're present, active, and healthy. In financial education, this is a crucial turning point. Understanding the difference between working for money and making money work for you. When all your income depends exclusively on your effort, any unexpected event can put everything at risk. Vacations, illnesses, or even the simple desire to rest start to feel like unreachable luxuries. But when you build income sources that don't require your constant presence, money becomes a silent ally, generating results even when you're not actively working. Making money work for you isn't about getting rich quick, but about creating smart financial systems. These are decisions made today that generate results in the future. It's about turning part of what you earn into tools that produce new income, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and security. This mindset shift brings something even more valuable than money: freedom. Freedom to choose how to use your time, to invest in knowledge, take care of your health, spend more time with the people you love, or simply rest without guilt. Meanwhile, your money continues working consistently, quietly, and with discipline. In financial education, this is one of the most powerful decisions someone can make. Moving away from exclusive dependence on active work and building a path where money becomes a tool that supports your life, not the other way around. If this content is making sense to you, hit the like button now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss the next videos, and we grow together on this financial education journey. Fourth decision, own assets, not liabilities. First of all, it's important to explain the difference. Assets are things that put money in your pocket: investments, rental income, business profits. Liabilities are everything that takes money out of your pocket. They generate constant expenses or financial losses. Examples include A car. A house that costs more than it generates. Debt. Installment purchases with no return. Items that only generate expenses, maintenance, taxes. Spending for status or impulse. Subscriptions you barely use. Liabilities make you work for them. Financially free people build assets instead of accumulating liabilities. Fifth decision. Start, even if you're afraid. One of the biggest enemies of financial life isn't a lack of money, but paralysis caused by fear. Fear of making mistakes, losing money, or not knowing enough. In financial education, learning to act despite insecurity is an essential step toward building wealth. Waiting for the perfect moment almost always means never starting. Investing early, even with little money, is one of the most favorable scenarios possible because time is one of the most powerful assets in the financial market. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Receiving $100 today and investing it immediately tends to be worth more than receiving that same amount a year from now without investing. That's because invested money starts generating returns on returns. This is where compound interest comes in, a simple but extremely powerful mechanism in which growth accelerates over time. Starting small isn't a problem. On the contrary, it's a smart strategy. Small amounts invested consistently create discipline, learning, and confidence. Over time, fear decreases, knowledge increases, and results begin to appear. In financial education, this decision is about action. It's not about absolute courage, but consistency. Even with fear, even with doubts, start. Time will do the heavy lifting, and compound interest will quietly work in your favor. Sixth decision, diversify your income sources. When you depend on a single source of income, usually a salary, one problem, such as a layoff, a crisis, or illness, can make everything collapse. Diversified income works like pillars. If one fails, the others support you. Every income source has risks, but different risks rarely happen at the same time. For example, if your salary decreases, an investment may continue generating returns. If one business performs poorly, another source can compensate. Diversifying doesn't eliminate risk, it dilutes it. In addition, with multiple income streams, you can reinvest one income into another, creating a snowball effect and accelerating the growth of your assets. One income feeds the other, helping your wealth grow faster. In other words, it's safer to earn money in multiple ways, such as investments, your own businesses, rental income, courses, speaking engagements, equity in companies, or any form of extra income. Watching dozens of videos, getting motivated for a few minutes, and then not taking action changes absolutely nothing. Agreeing with the ideas is easy. Putting them into practice is hard. Transformation begins when you act. Start today by planning, studying, and evolving. The effort you make now is the comfort you'll live tomorrow. In the next video, you'll learn how to organize your financial life before investing, so you don't sabotage your own results. Because investing without a solid foundation is a risk you don't need to take.